What's up, guys? It's John here with Fat Men Outdoors, and today we are going to be going over the Condor Basic Bushcraft 5. The reason we're going over this knife, the other day I was watching a video by Jack's Farm Boy, and in the comments, SC Bushcraft, Backwoods, and I got into a discussion about, guess what, knives, and specifically Condor knives. This is probably the first more expensive bushcraft knife that I bought. I carried it for a long time. And during the discussion with him, it became apparent that it wasn't so much the knife as it is people's preference as to what you like. So I told him that I would get a knife, I would review it, and then I would send it off to him, let him review it. So let's start going over it. As you can see, anybody that knows Condor, first of all, knows that they make a beautiful, beautiful sheath. The sheath itself is almost worth the price that you pay for the knife. Anybody that uses mortars or anything like that, you can actually fit a companion in here. Great, great, great leather. I mean, it really is high quality leather. So, onto the knife itself. It is a Condor Basic Bushcraft 5. It has an overall length of 9 5/8 inches. The thickness is 1/8. It is 1075 high carbon steel and has a blade length of 5 inches. One thing I did do is I removed the coating off the knife, and you can see I'm kind of old school when it comes to blades. I like getting a patina on my blades, and it does definitely have a patina on it. I will cut meat. I will cut anything. I mean, a knife's a tool. I'm not gonna not use it so I can keep it pretty. But I did take the black coating off of it, and it has gotten a patina, and you can tell it has a lot of use. I said this was my main bushcraft knife for a long, long time, and I do use them. So. One thing I do not like about this knife, and this is a big issue for me, anybody that knows me knows that I look at the handle of a knife before I ever look at the blade. And if we look at the handle of this knife, it's just flat. There's no dimensional, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing on the sides. It's just a flat piece of wood. Say we take something like an Adventure Sworn knife, which I consider to be one of the most comfortable handles that there are, next to a Condor. It's just it's night and day. There's no kind of contouring at all in this one. Even something that's not as drastic as an Adventure Sworn. Say we take an LT Wright. Same thing. It's nothing. It's just two planks of wood stuck together. That's the reason that I actually got away from that knife. It wasn't comfortable in my hand. Which, granted, I have big hands. I wear extra large gloves. I have gigantic hands, and it just was never comfortable in my hand. The way the swell is on the bottom here, and it's not on the top, I always felt like I was going to slide up on the knife. It just never comfortable to me. Unfortunately, it's raining outside, so I'm not able to go outside and actually do some testing with a knife. But you've seen every YouTube person that there is chopping knives and making cuts and stuff, so you've done that. Just showing off the knife, telling the things I like about it. So another thing that I'm not real crazy about, I understand the functionality of having a straight edge and then a belly here. I get that, because you can see on the tip how much of a patina is there. You can see that I choke up with the knife a lot, and I use it for carving and skinning and things like that. But I do like a more aggressive blade. I like something more like this that has an aggressive stance to it, is the only way I can put it. I mean, if you look at the two of these side by side, you can kind of get what I'm saying. This is kind of just It's functional, yes, but God, it's a good knife. I just like the aggressiveness of this kind of blade style. Same thing with the LT Wright. You can kind of start to see where my preference in blade styles are. But before I even looked at the blade, it is the handle itself that it's such a turn off. It's just flat, it's not comfortable. I get a lot of hot spots on it. At one time I did wraps and rubber bands around the middle, and that made it a little bit better, but I'm just not a real big fan of it. But I am going to be sending this knife to SC Bushcraft Backwoods and let him do a review on it, see what he thinks. Then he'll send it to somebody else and they'll do the same. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy our little knife merry-go-round that we're putting on for you. Alright guys, this is John with Fat Man Outdoors. Stay tuned and have a good night.